So this is the case of a rapper who's been accused of doing some very serious things, including SA. I don't know if he's guilty. We'll find out later. Did he do it?
Has just got a whole lot crazier today because a law firm in Texas has just come out and announced new cases on behalf of a staggering 120 victims, claiming
Diddy's been in the industry long enough and has been throwing these, quote, amazing parties long enough that I can guarantee that number from 120 is going to grow.
Sexual assault, 25 of which claim
120, I'm sure he could have racked up, and I don't need to say how quick, but that number's going to grow as this case gains publicity.
To be minors at the time, the youngest of which was allegedly only 9 years old. Now, the attorney, which has been in other notable cases like the BP spill and Astroworld deaths, claimed that around 3,000 people have contacted his firm recently with their allegations.
There we go, bigger than 120.
Still being corroborated. He said in this press conference that as they begin to file these lawsuits over the next 30 days, it won't be just Diddy named as the defendant. He claimed that there is a long list of high-profile names involved that will
Diddy didn't unalive himself. You heard it here first.
Shock you.
Or names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are.
Diddy has denied any wrongdoing and is pled not guilty to the criminal allegations.
So by pleading not guilty, that means the prosecution is going to have to bring a case. In order to bring a case, you need evidence. This means that a lot of other people are going to be interviewed, and probably more defendants will be brought into the criminal case. It also means that there will be likely more defendants on a civil case as well. Right now, P. Diddy is being the target of what's being called getting Me Too'd by some men, where they have a whole group of victims who come after them and say that they were mistreated, to say the least. And in some cases, there are men who are out there committing heinous crimes day after day. A lot of them never get caught. Either they are wealthy and powerful enough that they can really avoid getting caught, unlike P. Diddy, unlike Jeffrey Epstein, or they just don't have enough money that anybody really cares to make the effort to go after them. There's also men who have done nothing wrong, but just because they have money, just because they hung out with the wrong person who is vicious, who is immoral, they end up getting targeted. They end up having to pay out settlements, even though it's a completely nonsense claim, even though they've hardly even interacted with a potential plaintiff. So it's a very unfortunate situation where you have plaintiffs who sometimes get harmed and never are able to recover. You have defendants who have never done anything wrong but end up having to pay settlement. Our legal system has all kinds of problems. There's nothing that you can do to change the legal system unless you are a member of Congress or a very powerful individual. But for most of us, there is something you can do to prevent yourself from being extorted by the legal system, and that's protecting your assets.